Hello, and thanks for watching Witch Word Weekly. I'm your host, Gretta Pastukh. This week on episode 6, I'm also featuring another newscaster. Jaxus Thistleglade is from Ashenvale. He is a very light and friendly air to him. He is an investigator who was currently out of work until the interview quickly progressed into talking about him joining Witchword Weekly as journalist and or reporter. Jaxus is the first member of Witchword Weekly, and I'm glad to have him aboard. We are featuring a few of his stories tonight, so let him know what you think, and let me know what you think of the episode overall. Make sure you come to all of our viewing parties for Witchword Weekly. They are every Wednesday at 8 p.m. at the Blue Recluse. If you're interested in joining the project, please send me mail or find me on the street and let me know. Be glad to have an interview with you.
Hello everyone in Azeroth, Outlands and beyond. This is Jaxus Thistleglade reporting live from Westguard Keep in Howling Fjord, bringing you some of the stories and news for Witchworld Weekly. So without further ado, let's get to our top story. This year's Lordaeron Marathon has been seeped in controversy as this year's winner, a Mr. was disqualified. When Witchword Weekly reached out to a contact and official as to why this would have occurred, the official response was, "It has come to light that during the course of this year's race, Mr. not only murdered two of his rival competitors, but consumed their corpses in the course of the race itself. As we are honestly amazed by such feats of ingenuity and undoubted speed, Mr. was in fact not wearing any of this year's race-sponsored apparel, which was provided by Forsaken Locker. We were truly sad to see Mr. go to waste, but these are the rules." And with that said, Witchword Weekly would like to congratulate Delilah Morn as this year's winner of the race.
Sometimes laundry soap alone doesn't get all of those deep fell stains out of your robes. Powered by the magic we use and activated by the water we drink, I bring you LoxyClean. It's a fell stain specialist. The longer it sits, the more fell it cleans out. Sometimes soaking is the solution. Supercharge your laundry today with LoxyClean. Now, a 6-pound bucket is only 19 gold, 99 silver, and 95 copper. Again, you want your LoxyClean today.
A farmer's pleas to the guards in and around Westfall has finally been heeded. A Mr. James Campbell was plagued by his own tree throughout his orchard, moving several feet to the west every time he wasn't looking. After a short yet thorough investigation, it came to light that some druids were hiding among his peach trees and moving when he wasn't looking as a practical joke. After a stern talking to, the trees were told to move along their way. The reporter only made it to the scene when they were being dispersed. When Witchword Weekly reached out to Darnassus in hopes from a comment from Malfuri and Stormrage about what some of his students were doing, we were told he was not in at the moment. Though as the message was sent, one of the trees started laughing hysterically. News: Azeroth's tech darling Gobco has taken a massive hit to their stocks after word got out that the prototype shredder has run into difficulties. Reports say that the new XT10346 7592.583743632 B lost control and killed several technicians, 2 onlookers, and a janitor. Survivors commented that during the unfortunate rampage, it was heard that the prototype was in fact yelling, "Please, please, it hurts. Make it stop. I can feel. Make it stop." Eventually, the armed security personnel managed to stop the crazy automaton from its course. Only this morning, the CEO and founder of Gobcold, Rankle Manclamp, released this official statement. "It doesn't matter if we lose a few goblin technicians on Gobco's way to profit. Why, the moment we run out, we will simply start kidnapping gnomes and dyeing them green." That is my time for this week. This is Jaxus Thistleglade reporting from Westguard Keep, Howling Fjord, saying stay safe and have a wonderful week. But before I go, if you or anyone you know has any stories, interesting people to interview, jokes, or even places in our land that you would like highlighted, please write to Jaxus, care of Witchword Weekly, Stormwind. That's JAIXUS XAS, Jax's.
The guild, the Unsung Heroes, is currently recruiting. They are looking for those with prior military or guard experience to join their ranks and help keep Stormwind safe. However, they will take anyone except for Death Knights due to the civilian distrust toward them. The duties of a guard include upholding the law to its fullest extent, reporting to other guards, and reporting any other guards who use their authority for personal gains when patrolling the streets of Stormwind. The leader of the Unsung Heroes is Marshal Jason Lightbinder. He started the guild as a small regiment in the fields against the Horde. Most of the time, they were backline support for the main war effort. They rotated back to Stormwind to help with the Guard under the name the Old Azerothian Guard. However, due to personal reasons and other work, the regiment was put on hiatus. Recently, the group has come back and is now named the Unsung Heroes. So, if you are looking to be a part of the Stormwind Guard and keep people safe, contact Jason Lightbringer. He wants to inform everyone that if you see any illegal activity, please find your nearest guard and report it for the safety of yourself and the rest of the city. The last event of Hollow's End was the Pumpkin March, hosted by the White Sigil. The leader of the White Sigil is Dr. Agnes Yardley. She is also the host of the event and organized this. It started in Darkshire at 7 p.m. There was about 15 people in attendance. It is a yearly tradition for the White Sigil, and it honors the dead and celebrates what they were and what they have given to us. There was cider and food before the march, and the tradition was to go around and tell stories at the pumpkins along the march. Those in the group took turns honoring their dead and loved ones with the stories that they shared. The first person that shared and kicked us off was Miranda Haythone of House Haythone. She had a story about her father. The other people did not introduce themselves along the way, but I do have pictures of them. I took pictures of everyone, so here's a few pictures of the people that were telling stories along the pumpkin march. I unfortunately did have to leave after about an hour due to prior commitments and interviews. But overall, it was a pretty good time, and I would definitely recommend going next year since they host it yearly. Question corner. Somebody says, describe yourself in one word. I would describe myself as curious. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. at the Blue Recluse, I am hosting viewing parties. Any of you that wish to join me for these viewing parties is welcome. There is no limit, no dress code. Just show up, watch a show with me, and then we discuss it afterwards. If you have any critiques, ideas, or comments, concerns about the show, I'm open to hear them then and change or add anything that you suggest. Thanks again for joining Jaxis and I on Which Word Weekly this week. We hope to see you guys again next week. Jaxis and Margretta signing off. Ahoo, war against Stormwind. Ahoo.